So chat, today we are going to be reacting to Geometry Dash's upcoming top ones. I have looked at anything and everything from this God-given game, and it has been pretty enjoyable. I have looked at the current top 5, I have looked at the current top 10, I have looked at some of the memory levels, the hardest and coolest memory levels like Orbit and Limbo, and I have reacted to some of the impossible levels like Grief. We are going to be reacting to the hardest the new upcoming levels, the future of Geometry Dash's hardest levels. And if you enjoy and you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the video. Might cut that out, but all right, chat. Let's just get into it. I found this video here. We're gonna look at it. I don't know if it's exactly what I was planning on looking at, but it's a 14-minute video. And I figure we might as well watch it here.
Geometry Dash recently had its 11-year anniversary, and throughout the years, we have seen players break the difficulty threshold plenty of times. From Riot verifying Bloodbath back in 2014, all the way to Zoink.
Yeah, dude, I don't know if I was playing then, but I remember that on my phone, when Bloodbath, I don't know if I was playing or not, but I remember that just being such a huge level though. Bloodbath was the peak of the game at that point when I played on my phone.
Verifying Tidal Wave. But what future levels will continue to push that barrier? Well,
yeah,
in
1
this
year ago, I
video,
think
we are going to look ahead and see the future of Geometry Dash's hardest levels. I hope you all enjoy. As this video is being...
Currently, the hardest is Thinking Space 2, because this was a year ago, right? So, current hardest is Thinking Space 2, and onward, from what I remember, there's is the name of Vehemence, or is that wrong? Vehemence is a future upcoming top one. Grief, there's a couple others, but that's what I can remember for now.
Tidal Wave is the hardest level ever verified, and while it is extremely difficult, it dwarfs compared to other upcoming top 1 levels. Some are currently in the process of being verified, while others are rather still being decorated, or they are open verifications. There will be a few top 1 levels that are not going to be mentioned in this video, as the amount of upcoming projects would make this video last for hours.
Vehemence is like top 13. What level am I thinking of then? What level am I thinking of?
Hopefully you all understand. So what levels are going to dethrone Tidal Wave? Well, let's take a look at 2024.
I'm assuming one of the first ones. Yeah, okay, Grief, but we'll have Thinking Space 2 on here, right?
Prequel to the once impossible level Slaughterhouse back in 2015, and is one of the most highly awaited levels that has yet to be verified. It is a 2-minute and 48-second level that does not disappoint on how intimidating and how difficult the gameplay is compared to Tidal Wave. As to where the level stands right now, the verifier Doggy has managed to get 47% and a 49 to 100% run.
Oh, that's changed a lot in the last year. He got 83, right? Oh yeah, 83. Grief 83%. Yeah, okay. Currently, he's gotten 83% on Grief as of today. This was a year ago. Crazy. 47 and 49 to 100. So almost 2 runs at that point.
But this progression will likely change by the time this video is released.
Yeah.
In my opinion, Grief will most likely be our next top 1, as other levels soon to be mentioned in this video are far harder.
Oh no, bro. We've had Thinking Space 2 since, and Grief is still not verified a year later.
Harder than it, and would require much more time to complete. But where Grief stands right now, it doesn't have much competition, as it is miles harder than Tidal Wave, and will likely push the difficulty threshold significantly. Doggy is likely to verify Grief by the end of 2024, or the early months.
The end of 2024, or at the end of 2025 right now.
Also possible that it will not, as he has made amazing progress, or the early months of 2025, as he has made amazing progress. However, it's also possible that it will not be placed in the demon list for a while, due to the controversy revolving around Doggy using click between frames to verify it. But depending if it gets added into the game, we may not have to wait long for Grief to be rated. It's just a matter of time between the verification and the implementation of click between frames. So with that, I am putting Grief on top of Tidal Wave.
Okay, the current top 5 at this point was Avernus, Silent Clubstep, Akron, Tidal Wave, and then Grief. And right now, oh no, Grief wasn't here. Okay, so this was the top 4 at that time. Right now, it is Thinking Space 2, Flame Wall, Amethyst. Is it Nullscapes? I thought Nullscapes was 5. No, Boopawamba was 6. Top PD levels. Oh, Nullscapes is, oh yeah, Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave. Yeah, duh. Obviously, Tidal Wave, Boopawamba, every other. Yeah, okay.
As the hardest level after it. Anyways, let's move on to the next
It was right there.
Amethyst by I Mist and Others is a spin-off to the host's favorite level, the Golden. And for anybody asking, no, it's not a sequel to it.
This is a whole lot easier than Grief, though, right? This is a lot easier than Grief.
It is a 1:42 Crystal Cave themed level that is said to be verified by the current #1 player, Trick. So far, he has a run of 67.
Was Trick the #1 player? I thought Zoink has been the #1 player for years. Am I wrong?
To 100 and 28 to 71, which is very great progress for it being his 5th stream. I believe Amethyst, depending if Trick wants it to be harder than Grief, could be verified during late 2024,
okay, well,
mainly because of Trick's rapid improvement in skill in the past year. I think I'd put Amethyst just below Grief in difficulty, as although it is shorter, its precision to complete it can be, or is on par with Grief's precise gameplay. Anyways, let's move on.
Probably not anymore, right? Because Doggy keeps buffing. Yeah, I was gonna say, Doggy has kept buffing Grief over and over and over and over and over forever, right? So, it's been a while.
On to 2025. Flame Wall by Narwhal and Others is a whopping
top 2.
6 minute and 46 second extreme demon that has been on the radar to be the only competition against Amethyst and Grief. The finished product of this level was
so
first showcased on September 16th of 2023 by One Alpha Helix. The verifier 400 has made very promising progress over the past 5 months by getting 44% and 39 to 100. The original verifier 1 Alpha Helix managed to get 60% on the level before making the decision to step down from the verification and top level play in general. However, the current state of Flame Wall is said to be under the difficulty of Grief, as it used to be considered easier. I think it would be really cool to see this level get verified one day.
And it did. 7-minute level is, dude, this level is so good, but 7 minutes is just, of straight gameplay is insane. Other than two breakpoints, I think?
In my opinion, due to the length of this level, it'll be incredibly unlikely to see this level get verified until mid-2025, as it would...
When did Flame Wall get verified? Mid-2025 pretty much, right? September of 2025, a little later than mid-2025, but yeah. Actually, that was a pretty accurate prediction. Song is so fire too. Yeah, it's great.
Would require 400 to have nerves of steel after passing 90% for the last 40 seconds to verify it. Personally, I'd put Flame Wall just below Amethyst in terms of difficulty. But who knows what will happen in the future.
That's what it was for whoa, what's up? That's what it was for a while, right? Until it just got moved up due to Zoink, I think, right?
Future. Anyways, let's move on to the next level. Vehemence by TBT
I don't know this one.
Is a 2 minute and 28 second extra long extreme demon that absolutely gives no leniency towards any player, especially the verifier, W Popoff, who is one of Geometry Dash's best players. He was able to get a run of 24 to 34 twice, and 33 to 47. But the original verifier, Radium, had an outstanding run of 62 to 100 before he unfortunately dropped the level due to a hand injury. Vehemence is almost entirely ship gameplay, as it is based on the creator's favorite game mode. And from reading through many comments from the community, there have been many quotes saying, "Seeing W Popoff struggling on a level scares me."
Okay, is that not the corniest shit ever? Vehemence is a Terraria level named after a Calamity weapon. Interesting. actually. And seeing W pop off struggling on a level scares me. Tidal Wave Victor is now the verifier. It's changed since. Interesting. Yeah, I've never seen this one.
Which is a true statement. Personally, I can see W pop off taking a break from this level, or potentially dropping it to focus on other top levels at some point. But if he sticks with the verification, I believe he could verify it within early or mid 2025. It really comes to no surprise that I would put Vehemence above Grief in terms of difficulty, but we won't know anything until much
Probably not anymore, right? Grief would probably be above Vehemence now because of all the buffs, right?
later. Now let's move on to the next level. Silent Acropolis by The Purgatory is a remastered and redecorated version of both Zobros' level Acropolis and the unnerfed version by DanMaster007 back in 2015. This level is unbelievably
cool
difficult,
as fuck.
as the best progress on Silent Acropolis comes from the verifier, Raviz, who has two incredible runs of 27% and 58 to 100. However, Raviz's progress has temporarily been put to a halt, as he is not prioritizing on verifying Silent Acropolis, but it's possible that sometime soon, he'll make his way back to making progress. But for now, let's allow Raviz to have his free time. The full level was first showcased on September 13th of last year by the host Phantom7KS.
I might
And to
watch
my
this one later.
surprise, the full decoration only took around 8 months to complete,
That's
which is
sick.
way faster than most projects. This is probably one of my favorite upcoming top ones, as I find the gameplay from the original level very fun, and from the redecoration itself looks absolutely stunning. I would put Silent Acropolis above Vehemence in terms of difficulty, as I cannot fathom just how difficult and precise you'd have to be to verify it. But anyways, let's move on to the next one. He cannot fathom just
The world record holder thinks Silent Acropolis is about 2 to 5 right now, so it wouldn't ever be top
how
1,
difficult and precise.
Because Tidal Wave. When did Tidal Wave start getting worked on? Or sorry, not Tidal Wave. Thinking Space 2, because it hasn't even been mentioned yet.
Heliopolis by
Okay,
Mindcap
right,
and
okay.
others
I remember seeing this one. This one's sick. I love this level. This is my Super Mario level.
is a 2-minute and 20-second long green extreme demon that is only like 1% inspired by Acropolis. Sorry for telling everyone, Mindcap. Anyways, for a brief period of time, its hybrid was the host to construct Heliopolis, and while his group was able to make the layout, it did not go that far with the decoration, which ended up with Mindcap taking back the project to assemble a team of decorators, which took around a year and a half to complete. The original verifier, Pablo, had a run of 36% before dropping the level, which was then given to Jiff, who had a best run of 46% before he was kicked from the verification.
TS2 was top 15 expected, and then it got placed 1? That's mind-blowing. That's absurd.
As of right now, Heliopolis is on its 4th verifier, but it is not publicly known on who the current verifier is, but hopefully it will be announced soon. Personally, I really enjoy this level, not only because of the gameplay or decoration, but by the choice of music that really fits the level's theme. I think in terms of difficulty, I could see this level barely squeezing in between Amethyst and Grief, as the level is not as flashy and fast as other top ones. Anyways, let's move on to 2026.
2026, huh?
Ascension to Heaven by
Never heard of it.
Bluesky and others is one of Geometry Dash's most ambitious top 1 levels that is currently in the decoration process. It is a 5-minute extreme demon that is said to be verified by Denny. This level is beyond perfection, and I feel like even describing it that way is an understatement. I think all the individual creators that are a part of this project did a fantastic job blending everything together, and even the layout itself is amazingly structured on its own. Honestly, it's a little upsetting that the project won't be finished till next year or maybe even 2026, but when it eventually finishes, I'll definitely look forward to seeing Denny's process to beat this magnificent level. If I had to predict when this will be verified, I would say around mid to late 2026, as there is still a long way to go with the decoration and for Denny to mentally prepare for a level of this magnitude. In my opinion, I would put Ascension to Heaven above
Ascension to Heaven, huh? I have not heard of that one, but it looks cool as shit. What's the progress on it right now?
Acropolis in terms of difficulty, but it could definitely be nerfed in the future, so we'll just have to see. Anyways, let's move on to the next level.
Next level, huh?
Cosmos
cool level.
Unleashed by Cherry Team is a 2.2 update remastered version of the original project Cosmos, which is currently the 10th hardest level on the demon list. It is a minute and 24-second long upcoming extreme demon that has one of, if not, the best atmospheres compared to all Geometry Dash levels. Not only that, but the difficulty of this level is much harder than its predecessor, and the decoration shows a much higher intensity than most extreme demons. As of right now, the current verifier, R-Shadow, from the Cherry Team, has an incredible run of 41%. However, there are a few issues about the progress, as it was achieved using a layout version, since the full decoration is still in the works. Not only that, but the progression itself showed his progress was 38%, which is most likely a percentage bug, but I'm not really sure. If I had to predict when this will be verified, I would say around late 2025 or early 2026, since
I've never heard of it.
We don't know when the full decoration will be complete. In terms of difficulty,
assuming that I've never heard of it, it's probably not done yet. Or
I
hasn't
can
been
see
verified.
Cosmos Unleashed right below Ascension to Heaven. But anyways, let's move on to the last level, and to 2027.
2027, final level. There's a couple others that we'll look at after this. Oh, never mind.
And Others is by far one of Geometry Dash's most infamous
levels. This is the one I was thinking
of
earlier.
It is a minute and 14-second near impossible extreme demon that has a lot of history to it. It is supposedly Riot's last project that follows the same scenario for what Silent Clubstep became years after its release, which was to be somewhat impossible now, but to be verified years later once the community's skill standards have almost matched to Eternus's painful gameplay. The level was originally titled as Eternal, before it was eventually switched to what we know as it is now. Currently, it is an open verification, meaning anybody, including you, can.
Alright, chat, that's the next challenge. We are gonna be verifying... What is it called? Hold on, what's the name of the level? We are gonna be verifying Eternus. It is an open verification, and I think it's finally my time to shine. I've been playing the game for 2 months now. 2.5 months now. Tell me I can't do it. Tell me I can't do it.
Is by far one of Geometry Dash's most infamous levels. It is a minute and 14-second near impossible extreme demon project. It's rare play. The level was originally titled as Eternal, before it was eventually switched to what we know as it is now. Currently, it is an open verification, meaning anybody, including you, can try to beat it legitimately.
It's me.
But what is the best progress made on Eternus? Well, it comes from one specifically dedicated player, named Chill Guy, who has consistently been playing Eternus daily. And what's crazy is that he has a tied world record of 14%, alongside Diamond and Surrounded GD. Considering that it took Chill Guy more than 437,000 attempts to get that really shows just how brutal this level is. It just screams mental torture, and I feel like describing it that way is a crazy understatement.
What's Eternus best now? 46%? Is that it? Enthusiastic. Okay, let's watch the rest of this.
There is no chance that I see this level being verified anytime soon. But if I really had to guess when Eternus will be verified, I would say at the least around late 2027 or early 2028. That prediction could be entirely wrong, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. There is no doubt in my mind that Eternus is astronomically harder than all levels mentioned in this video, and whoever gets the lucky attempt to beat this legendary level will hands down be one of the most praised and important players in Geometry Dash history.
And we all know who that's going to be. Who else? Who else but me? Who else but me is gonna verify that level? I tell you right now. There is not a single soul in the stream that would get further than me. D1 Glazer. Mods, can we get a, let's do a nuke on that guy's house. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this.
Players in Geometry Dash history. It's honestly crazy to see just how skilled the community has become over the last
I know this
years.
level! This is the level I'm working on!
In this video were announced 4 years ago.
The one I'm working
on. If the levels
mentioned
mentioned in
guys.
this video were announced,
I'm doing it without practice
the last
mode.
11 years. If
Subscribe.
the levels mentioned in this video were announced 4 years ago, everyone would picture these as being impossible. But yet, most people said the exact same thing for the level Tartarus, which is currently the 37th hardest level. And if we were able to break that barrier of difficulty for the next few years, who knows just how insane Geometry Dash top 1 levels can become in the future. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and special shout out to Zolitz for the inspiration of this video. Be sure to check out his future Demon List video in the...
Alright, shout out this guy. Good video. Wrong Way 98. Anyway, subscribe. See you guys if you enjoyed. Bye. I need money. I need to get monetized. Please subscribe. I really need money. I'm broke. I just gifted 25 subs to my chat and I have no money. I only get half of it back. I'm okay. Okay. Bye. I don't know what this is a bad wave. Okay. Goodbye.